All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
I want to say all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai,
Hashem Yahushai.
by Hashem
Hashem
Rakal Kadash.
Rakal.
This is Brother Tazabah, got the Brother Barzal. Some of the men out here from the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. And, we're going to go into a little bit of defending the word, man, and going into the destruction and what it's coming from. Because the world is under the impression that the Lord doesn't have his hand in everything that's going on. And that he hasn't ordained certain things in the carnal to bring forth his judgment, man. You know, we had a scoffer on the comment board. I'm gonna share the screen so you can see. All right, so here's a comment that this reprobate made. As soon as it wants to come up, because we're in a time now, but Esau's starting to believe, and he has nothing else to say, man. He can't defend his arguments for shit. So, where's the rest of it? All right, here it is. So here it is. Dude hit up on this, we were at a camp. It says the nations are angry at Babylon. And we were talking about nuclear missiles in the video, apparently. I haven't even listened to the entire section of this piece of the video over again to know whether or not we were talking about thermonuclear missiles. And if we weren't, this dude's just cut to the heart. This scoffer's name on YouTube is Hyphy Man, and go to his page real quick. See if he's a no content hero. Man, cause these niggas love to bump their fucking gums, man, and it's irritating. Let's see if this nigga's really done anything. This dude got 1,100 followers for shit like this, where it looks like he's just reposting the same videos over and over again, trying to disprove the truth. Edomite Christians, Reformed Church, others, complete subversion in the church. You see, I don't even know what the fuck this dude's going into. It says Esau, Edom, Christians, Reformed Church, others, plagues to come upon all Edomites. So he's sitting there saying all this stuff about Edomites and stuff like that. I don't even know what this dude's aim is, man. I think he's just a scoffer and an agent. But he put a comment on there that says, I love all your hearts. And he's scoffing. He says, thermonuclear missiles being the fire of the Father to take the white man down is so unbiblical. And really it's to take the Edomites down, man. This is not a thing about color, man. It's a thing about judgment that needs to come into the wicked. You see? So, through the Spirit, I put a reply in that said, explain Zechariah the 14th chapter, the 12th verse. Because in Zechariah the 14th chapter, the 12th verse, if you want to read that real quick, you can start up or below. You can start up or below. It's up to you, brother.
You want me to go 14 and 1 to start at the beginning of the chapter?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Khan. This is Zechariah 14 and 1. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled.
See, and this has happened, but it's going to happen again, because the scriptures tell you that these things, what is past is that which shall come. The Lord requires that which is past. So these things have happened. Like these things have happened, but it's going to happen again. Let me see. Let me look at this real quick. See where I want you to get. You know what? You can jump down to verse 11. Yeah, verse 11.
Verse 11. All right, Khan. Zechariah 14 and 11, it says, and men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited.
You see, and this is talking about when the Lord sets us up again. Now go to the 12th verse, brother.
And it says in verse 12, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
You see, now, when I pose this question to this dude asking about this, you know, I said, it says, explain Zechariah 14 and 12 then, please, because the Lord's always used men and their inventions to issue judgment on the earth. It says there are war machines in the Bible. So what war machine is there today that does what Zechariah the 14th chapter and the 12th verse does? And this dude puts 3 comments on here that don't explain it. And his first one was, it shouldn't have, I shouldn't have to explain the Bible verse to a self-proclaimed minister, LOL, because you have no scriptural understanding. It doesn't place me at fault. That would make me, it says that would make you to be an accuser. Now, I'm asking him to explain this because he's saying that there's no nuclear missiles in the scriptures. And if I believe it to be otherwise, the scriptures say, be ready to give every man an answer. Now, I asked this dude, did the Spirit explain this? And what is his answer? Now, he goes down and rambles on in these other comments and shit, but he doesn't explain Zechariah 14 and 12. He doesn't pull out any scriptures to explain it. He just bumps his guns. But we can explain what we believe in, you know? So I got, and we're going to jump back to that. If you got anything to say, go ahead and say your piece, brother, you know?
No, you know, you can go ahead and grab your precept, man, but I think that brother's response, you know, makes it obvious that he don't have an answer. They just want to argue. You know what I'm saying? They just want to, you know, make an argument to try to, you know, sow confusion and bring confusion to, you know, what's written. And that's just clearly this guy's angle and his sole purpose. Because when you go to his channel, like where is that doctrine or whatever he's teaching? What is that leading you to?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell, and that's how you know it's based. The foundation of it is confusion.
This is that's a beautiful point. This is in the book of Peter's 3 and 15. If this ever pops up, man, it's going so slow. 1 Peter 3 and 15. It says, but sanctify Yahweh power in your hearts and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. So you're supposed to, we believe that these things are going to happen. His response and his other responses are like, oh, it's going to happen. This place is going to be burnt up, or something's going to be burnt up, but it's going to be by angels. Now, that's good. If you believe that and you fear it, that's fine. That's good. That's good and dandy. But the scriptures tell you you're supposed to be ready to give every man an answer. And he didn't give any answer because the Lord's not dealing with him. Can you get me man, every time we do the screen sharing, man, and I get these extra tabs open, the computers start going slow. I'm gonna turn off the screen sharing on this, so you might not be able to see what I do, brother. But if I need to, I'll pull it back open for you.
You want me to grab a scripture out?
Yeah, get that Amos 3:7.
Gotcha.
Because this dude has no understanding of the scriptures, man. No understanding of the scriptures. Just a bugged out, more than likely just an Edomite, scoffing on the carnivores, nothing better to do. He's an internet hero, you know? And since he paid his Wi-Fi bill this month, he feeling bold. So go ahead and read that for me out.
Want some views.
Yep, that's what he doing, man. That's what he doing. He wants to be the G-man.
All right. God. So this is Amos chapter 3, verse 7. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets.
So the Lord's not going to do anything except he revealed his secrets to the servants the prophets. You have to understand that, man. This was a secret for ages, what was going to be at the end, man. Because it says in disposition of time, the Lord will reveal these things. So in certain time frames, things weren't revealed. And in certain time frames, they use parables and similes and dark sayings to compare to the times that we're in. When the prophets saw this destruction in the nuclear missiles, they compared it to what they knew. They couldn't compare it. Let me close this out. They couldn't compare it to anything but the things that they had seen that were on the earth in that time. That's why the scriptures say these are arrows. That's why the scriptures say these things. But a big thing. Yep. Go ahead, Doc.
No, I was gonna say arrows, glittering sword.
Yep.
You know, all pertaining to the weapons that they had at that time. You know, people. If you think about people today, you know, if you were alive 500 years ago, would you be able to explain to somebody a touchscreen cell phone?
Nope.
Like, how would words in those times, you know, and they did the best they could to explain it to us. And like you brought out the precept, that was beautiful. In Amos, those secrets have been revealed to the servants, the prophets. That's why we have an understanding of those dark sayings.
Okay. Now this is in the book of because I posed the question about war machines, engines of wars, and I said, you know, that the Lord has always given men the ability to make these things and to go on these things. So can you get me Isaiah 54:16? And I'm gonna read this real quick. This is what an engine of war was used for in the scriptures. And the scriptures talk about it. It says 2 Chronicles 26:15. It says, and he made in Jerusalem engines invented by cunning men to be on the towers and upon the bulwarks to shoot arrows and great stones withal. And his name spread far abroad, for he was marvelously helped till he was strong. You see, they made engines of war back then as well. This is Ezekiel 26:9. And he shall set engines of war against thy walls, and with his axes he shall break down thy towers. You see, the Lord's always used other nations in engines of wars to issue forth his judgments upon earth. He gave men the wherewithal of how to use these things. Let's see if I close some of these windows and they go a little faster. There we go. This is going a little slow. Now, if you look at that word engine in etymology, gosh, this is irritating.
Not working.
Nah, it's working. It's just going super slow. Kabash always telling me to get a MacBook. Mr. Tech Savvy.
Right.
But it said, I built my own computer. Inside joke. But this is the word engine in the etymology. It says mechanical device, especially one used in war. Manner of construct, also skill, craft, innate ability, difficultness, trickery, skill, with cleverness, also trick, deceit, stratagem, war machine. You see, it's always going back to a war engine, battering ram. You see, there's always been engines of war used in the scriptures, and the Lord gave these nations the wherewithal to do it. Now, can you get me that scripture that I asked you for, brother?
Isaiah.
Yeah, 54 and 16.
I got Isaiah 54, verse 16. It says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
So I created the smith to blow the coals. Now, was the smith an angel just sitting in the clouds? No. The smith that blows coals, he controls fire. He knows how to melt metals. You know, he knows how to work with heat. And a smith is a man. It's like a blacksmith. Now, this is where smith in the etymology, it says blacksmith, armorer, one who works in metal, jury, as well as blacksmiths, more broadly, a handicraftsman, practitioner of skilled manual arts. So this is all talking about a skilled laborer, just like a scientist, a smith that blows the coals. That's what he's talking about. It says to forge, fabricate, design from the source of a smith related. You see? And this is what a smith does. He forges things in a fire. And that's what they've done with nuclear missiles. That's why you have scientists that sit here and blow the coals in the fire.